What's going on, YouTube family? It's your girl Panthera here. Welcome to the channel, y'all. Shout out to my new subscribers. And for those of you who have yet to link up with me on Instagram, that information will be in the description box below, as well as how to contact me to book your personal reading with me. All right, so let's hop into this reading. But let's get these messages that we need to uplift our mind, body, and soul, okay? And as always, we like to say thank you to our angels, ancestors, and divine creator of all for these messages that we are about to receive, answering questions that we have and answering the ones we didn't know we had. You know what I mean? So I was about to shuffle the astrology reading cards, and two of them came out. Actually, this is the second recording I'm doing, and the same thing happened before. Now, the last time it was Vesta, which is your spiritual center, which is really good to check out based on your natal chart to see where it is that you align with spirit when it comes to you. Now, the two cards that came out right here is Capricorn and the 11th house. So some of you may have Saturn in the 11th house, or Capricorn in the 11th house, or your 11th house is ruled by Capricorn. However, we are in Aquarius season, so happy birthday to all the Aquarius out there, okay? Now, the 11th house is about where the cosmos align and where wishes come true. So, let's see what this is about. So obviously, let's jump into this just a little bit before we really get into the shuffle. In order for these wishes to be granted when it comes to friends and social occasions, there's obviously something that needs to be done to remove what no longer serves you. When it comes to tarot, the cards that represent Aquarius in terms of the minor arcana are the 5, 6, and 7 of swords. So think about that. Okay, we already know how the 5 of swords is a change of communication. Okay, 6 of swords moving on with your thoughts, and 7 of swords could be, you know, deception around you or within you. But let's get into this reading though, because as within, so without. So there's obviously something you're attracting. You know what I mean? Let's see what Spirit wants to talk about. Now, I am located in New York, and the planetary hour at this time is ruled by Mars. Mars is the first house, also the zodiac sign of Aries, which has a lot to do with the I am. Who are you? Your persona, personality, your life force. For some of you, this may have something to do with your age as well as your grandmother. Okay? Now, let's see what this is about. Let's see. 3:13 on the timer. It's now 1, 2, 3. First card out. Saturn. So this is definitely having something to do. We already have Jupiter and Saturn in Aquarius. So when it comes to the work that you've been putting in, the challenges that you accepted to gain wisdom, somebody getting paid with their wishes coming true, huh? I like it. Saturn, it says here, the part of you that accepts challenge to gain wisdom, building blocks, you know, being mindful of your surroundings and what you're ambitious about, what you put in your work into. You know what I mean? So let's see, what else we got? What else would you like to discuss, Spirit Guides? Thank you for these messages. Mercury, Saturn and Mercury. And if I'm not mistaken, let me just make sure here, because we need to connect the dots. You know what I mean? We need to connect the dots. We need to connect the dots. We need to connect the dots. Don't mind me. Not like y'all anyway. Ooh, Mercury is also in Aquarius at 17 degrees. And it will actually be going retrograde on the 30th up until the 20th of February. Now, 17 degrees will be Mercury in Aquarius, just as this is here. So, oh, this is looking real good, because for some of you, the challenge was, your way of thinking, and the challenges that you accepted. Some of you didn't realize that these were challenges you were accepting to come to this point, of moving on with your thoughts and allowing the universe to guide you. You know what I mean? It's kind of like rock bottom. Look at that, Vesta at the bottom of the deck here. So the goddess within and your sacred spiritual center and quiet dignity. So this is kind of like reaction versus response. You know what I mean? And seeing the fruits of your labor when it comes to responding rather than reacting, because reacting, you're allowing the ego to control your decisions, rather than it be, just a factor to help you to move forward, not control the entire situation, if that makes sense. I hope it does. Let's get one more card here. Let's see what the astrology cards has to say. Did one flip over? Yes, it did. Here we go. Scorpio, transformation. For some of you, may be a Scorpio, or this could have something to do with your desires. And based on those desires, there were certain things you needed to transform within you. Now, Scorpio is ruled actually by Pluto and Mars. Yeah. So, transformation about who you are, realizing who you are, and allowing your spirit guides, the divine, the signs and synchronicities to guide you to victory. We have the 9th house at the bottom of the deck, Sagittarius energy, broadening your horizons either spiritually, academically, or on a long journey. So there's that. There was 7:09 on the timer, which is 16. So that has a lot to do with the Tower moment, and the Tower is represented by Uranus, which is about sudden enlightenment, awakenings. It's shifting your foundation for your highest purpose. And who doesn't want that? I mean, I know how to. Let's see what the moon cards are saying, though. What the moon cards are saying. All right. The moon has a lot to do with the energy of the collective in terms of feelings. So knowing where the moon is right now, it is currently in a crescent phase. Ideally enough, that's about having courage and moving forward. So, seems like this has a lot to do with, what do you want to do? Don't worry about what nobody else has to say about it, because none of your business. You know what I mean? What do you want to do? Look at that. I have 4 cards that came out here. Emotions are running high. Super moon. Meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. Nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon, which is also, Pisces is also a mutable sign. Signed. What are we signing? Some of you could be signing something new. Ain't no coincidence, I'll tell you. Then the 3rd quarter moon. Adjustments are required. So let's get a good shuffle in here. Let's get one more and see what actually comes out for y'all. All right, Spirit. Talk to the collective, baby. Nothing is yet set in stone. Nothing is yet set in stone. So immediately I saw the 2 of Wands, which is Mars and Aries. Based on who you are, what actions are you going to take from this new perspective that you now have from accepting challenges to gain wisdom? What are you going to do with that wisdom? What are you going to do with, the information you now have within you from broadening your horizons, either spiritually, academically, going on a long journey? Let's see what else you got. What else for the collective? Ooh. We have new moon in Scorpio. Work through your fears. Now, that's pretty much why this is here. This Scorpio energy double. So some of you definitely would are either Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, wherever it is in your chart. Or you could be dealing with a Scorpio. And I say dealing because it's obviously something that has been going on for some time. Now, with this card here, it states this energy is intense, masterful, thoughtful, and magnetically charming, but also secretive and possessive. There's one card here. Nothing will come of this situation, void of course, moon. Now, the void of course is actually a moment where the moon is going from one sign to the next, but it's in between. So it's kind of like in this wandering stage, which actually helps you, the collective, to go further within and really assess everything that you have been feeling from when you were in this one specific house or position or this other zodiac sign. You know what I mean? So, for instance, like the moon going from Pisces to Aries, you're looking at the 10 of Cups to the 2 of Wands, or the 8, 9 of Cups, 8 of Cups, 9 of Cups, 10 of Cups, into the 2, 3, and 4 Wands. Now, that energy in itself, if you're picturing and you've been watching tarot readings or you have tarot cards yourself, you can see how, be it in that Piscean energy, there's a lot of depth to your emotions, and you know, going within to really align with your spiritual center. To then now, boom, Aries season, springtime, you go from this emotion to fire. So you can already see how there's a quick shift in things. Okay, let's get one more card here. What is this about, Spirit guys? Can I have one more? For nothing will come of this situation. You got nothing is yet set in stone. Work through your fears. Nothing will come of this situation. So there's obviously a decision that needs to be made based on the broadening of your horizons, either spiritually or academically. Because there's a shift in how you think, communicate. There's a shift in the way you think, communicate, write, talk, and travel. You and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. So for some of you, this decision may have you thinking about your loved ones and how are they going to view you, or the way they're going to view you or feel about your decisions. As long as you are not physically hurting someone, and you know, whatever it is that you're doing isn't hurting you, it's actually aligning you to your higher purpose, go for it. You know, people around you may not understand it at that time. But at the end of the day, just know that some of you may be prototypes in the sense that you are the one to break either generational curses or set a new paradigm, a way of thinking for those that are to come and for the ones that have been here. Okay? At the bottom of the deck, we have confidence is the key to your success. New moon in Leo. Ideally enough, the next full moon is in Leo, and it's a wolf full moon. Now, the beautiful thing about wolves is that when they're born, their eyes are bluish white, which represents the purity and the innocence. As they gain experience, go through challenges, gain wisdom, the eyes change to yellow. Just a fun fact. And it may resonate for some of you in some way, shape, or form, but just think about that. You know what I mean? It's amazing how just the coloring of the eyes of, you know, a species that's connected to being a pathfinder. At the top of the deck, we have show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius, and we are in Aquarius season today. So let's be real here. Show people who you truly are. And when you do this, this is when you start to attract vibrational matches. Not fully being yourself is going to attract the same. And this is what is changing for most of you. You know, the way you think, communicate with yourself, the conversation you're having with yourself, you know, and the impression that you're giving to the collective or those around you, you know, because the way they see you is the impression you're giving. And that's actually the last video I did here on YouTube. Check that out when you get a chance. Let's go into some other messages here, which will be the energy oracle deck. Okay, the first one I was using is the astrology reading cards, followed by the moonology oracle cards. Let's see what we got. Beautiful message so far. You know, I'm seeing, you know, a decision that needs to be made, obviously. Just be real with yourself. You know, don't seek validation from others. Advice is one thing, but for someone to validate what you're doing, 1554 on a timer, for someone to validate what you're doing, it can really take you off course as to where you were intending to go. Okay, stay in alignment with your truth. You know what keeps you balanced. Let's see, what is the energy in relation to this spread? We have the door to spirit. So some of you are definitely are embarking on this beautiful journey of connecting with spirit. 32, which is 5. Massive change. 5 is also the Hierophant. Okay. Now, this is higher levels of commitment. For one, walking through the door to spirit. Higher levels of commitment with yourself, others, and your spirituality. At the bottom of the deck, just know this is leading you to victory. What else we have? The Thinking Man in reverse. Get another card here. Journey and Angel of Strength. So definitely someone here is having to make a decision. We have Happy Family at the bottom of the deck here, number 4. You already had, you know, the card stating new moon in Cancer, you and your loved ones are safe. So it seems like someone made the decision based on this inner strength that they have tapped into from going on this journey. That 9th house energy, broadening your horizons, whether it was spiritually, academically, or a long journey. Okay. There's a purification process going on for some of you here. Let's see what's on the bottom of these. I think it's, yep, door to personal healing and happiness. So you have 2 doors here. The door to spirit, okay, aligning with your spiritual center. There's no coincidence as to why Vesta came out in the previous video. You know, just popped out, which is about the God or goddess within. Goddess within, and aligning with your spiritual center, more so your intuition. Okay? And if one of the things that's at the forefront of your mind has to do with your family, just know that they're good. Just do what you're about to do, because it's leading you to personal healing and happiness. Personal healing and happiness literally lifts any form of stagnancy or doubt from those around you as well. Because energy is fluid. You know what I mean? So if you are the one to shift things, why not you? Some of you may be asking yourself, why is this happening to me? Well, my love, you are the one that's supposed to make things better for yourself and everyone around you. Okay? So let's get into, I'm going to pull some fortune telling cards to get a little bit more of this scenario for y'all. Let me see what's at the top here, because Mars, we are certainly in that Mars hour still. It's 1:39 here, and Mars will actually be shifting into the Sun hour at 1:44. 1:44, and as we know, 1:44, it's one of the sequence, the numbers within the sequence of the Fibonacci swirl, which has a lot to do with the universe and how it operates, you know. So some of you may want to look that up, the Fibonacci sequence. Fibonacci. Okay. Let's see. There's so many things within that geometric sequence that's around us, and a greater understanding and overstanding of that allows us to see these things much clearer. You know, the door to spirit, going through the purification process and aligning or realigning with your personal power and that inner strength. Leo energy here, number 5. See that? The door to spirit, angel of strength. These are both 5s, sorry, which is a 10, right? And the one that's a 10 is the thinking man in reverse. Let me see. I want to see actually how the illustrator mentions the thinking man in reverse. It can indicate a disconnect or even total shutdown regarding your emotional life. And mind you, this is on page 144. You see? Page 144. If you can see it. There we go. On page 144. It's time to open up and know that you can handle deep emotions and the energy they bring up. Whether it's anger, grief, or utter bliss, you can be comfortable in the experience and their expression. My bad. That was definitely something else. That was the man holding the heart. All right. Well, that was for somebody too. The thinking man is in a position that could represent a male authority who is not acting in your best interests. So for some of you, you just need to come to the understanding that someone in your past, whether if it's a relationship or family, that they were there to be the catalyst of your shift, to embark on this journey, to tap into your personal power, to tap into this wisdom and understanding as we had for Saturn. Okay? You may be destined to be a therapist, teacher, writer, publisher, psychic, or healer of some sort. Your soul longs to serve in this capacity, whether professionally or just in your personal life, but something seems to be blocking your way. All right. Take all those messages that you've heard just now. There are no coincidences. None. Tell me about the thinking man. You know this could possibly be a potential block for the collective. Explain. Wow. You have 4 cards. 2, 3, 4, 5 on the timer. Marriage is at the bottom of the deck. So some of you, this could be, you know, some of you who are in a relationship, married. We have the main female. The house. The privileged lady. And a wealthy man. So there's so many different scenarios within this, as we have the main female house, the privileged lady and wealthy man. The privileged lady and the wealthy man is actually counterparts. Now the thinking man and the thinking woman obviously would be counterparts, but I'm feeling more that energy of the thinking woman being the main female. This could certainly have something to do with a male female who was single, and you know, the journey that she's had within the home, what she's learned to become this privileged lady, to step into the fullness of all that she is, the I am that I am. For some of you, 220 may resonate with you, February 20th, or Life Path 22. Let me see. It seems as though once you see the higher perspective of where you were when you were in this position as the main female in this home before you step into the privileged lady, there were a lot of lessons you learned. During that time, you couldn't see, why you were going through certain things. As I said before, some of you may be asking, why me? But as we always hear, everything happens for a reason. You needed this in order for you to tap into all of you, all of your strength. What are you going to be? What are you willing to do when it comes to fun, romance, and the part of you that creates? Because that's what an alchemist is. An alchemist is able to transform pain into success or an accomplishment or a gift, not just for themselves, but for those around, playing an important part within the creation of this universe as it continues to unfold. Because we in this physical body, there's a limit to that, but the soul is eternal. Let's see. We have the man here. Ace of Cups. So for some of you, if you were blocked from certain gifts, it was protection at the moment, because you needed to build that strength to see things clearly, broaden your horizons, seeking your personal truths through the experiences. Look at this, high levels of commitment, and here comes the offer. Once you tap into all that you are through the purification process, through the challenges, and really knowing yourself and loving yourself, giving yourself that unconditional love, here we have the commitment. We got the ring here, and then we have marriage at the bottom of the deck, number 3. Okay. Again, orchids for some of you may resonate with you. And you can just see the level of maturity in this feminine's face. It looks like someone who has gone through it and grown. You know what I mean? Leading them into building this high honor. Number 7, which will be this. 4 and 3. So I just got the chills. Some of you are really embarking on an amazing journey from learning this lesson and tapping into your strength here. Some of you could be Cancerians, as we do have a number 7 for the Chariot, or Libras for the 7th house energy, or this could have something to do, obviously, with the area of your life that has to do with balancing relationships, partnerships. Let's get into a Celtic spread to see what's happening. What's happening? What's happening? There's a lot of growth here. You can feel it. It almost feels like a moment where you're discontent, you're bored because you feel like you've done all that you needed to do, and you're like, all right, so when we about to walk through this door? You know what I mean? The door to spirit. When is this all about to... Listen. Something's about to catch you by surprise. We already know we are in this energy of 4 planets are currently in Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius again is the planet of sudden shifts, enlightenments, awakenings. The 11th house has a lot to do with wishes coming true when it comes to friendships and social relationships. Because this is when the stars are aligning, and for the stars to align, there has to be a process that you go through, you know, before it can get to that position. And then once it locks in, we off. Let's see. It's quite the read there. Let's see what else I got for you up in here. I am using the Light Seers Tarot deck for the tarot spread. The Emperor and the Eight of Swords. Okay. Alright. Alright. Made me think of this here. The Thinking Man in reverse. Eight of Wands, Eight of Swords. Alright, let's go. Alright, Spirit. What is this current situation here for the collective? Current situation and the influence. Wow. Can't make this up. I'll tell you. Two of Wands. That Mars and Aries energy. Okay. Your use and action of will when it comes to who you are. What are you willing to do based on who you are? Who are you? Are you going to show the world the real you? Or are you going to, you know, sell yourself short? Because the influence to that, Ace of Cups. 2 hands holding this heart space. Okay? 2 hands left and right, the yin and yang, the balance of the masculine and the feminine is what's going to help you to see this from a higher perspective. The alignment of your mind and your heart connected to spirit, walking you to the door. To spirit, of spirit, to spirit. Aries, Cancer energy here. They're basically clarifying what we're saying. So let's see what the basis of this was. So the basis of it, wow. Whoa. Okay. For real, for real. 8 of Cups. Saturn in Pisces with the Queen of Pentacles. This Queen of Pentacles is the healer. In order for you to get what you want, you have to align with your divine purpose. You want a divine counterpart, you have to fulfill your divine mission. You know? You have to truly embrace who you are. Show the world the real you. This is at the basis of the situation. Walking away from the things that no longer serve you to fully tap into all that you are. The Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn energy, Saturn. You know what I mean? Like you got here, baby. You got Saturn. The part of you that accepts challenge to gain wisdom. Got the 2 of Cups looking at me here. With the 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups, we know it to be in the other tarot deck to be a message of looking at the things that have spilled over that no longer serve you, so that way you're able to tap into the wisdom that you've gained and turn around to those other 2 cups, which is victory and success, which is healing, which is unconditional love. Okay, let's see what's in your immediate past. The immediate past, 3 of Cups. So for some of you, this could have a lot to do with, this is Mercury in Cancer, by the way, and Mercury card was stating the way that you think, write, talk, and communicate. This could be with self, because this is Mercury in Cancer. Mercury has a lot to do with the way you think, okay? And Cancer, 4th house energy is the way you feel. What are you nurturing? For some of this could be siblings, as well as Mercury, 3rd house, has a lot to do with younger siblings. But with the Three of Cups here in the past, based off of this, you found a way to reconnect with self. Walking away from the things that no longer served you, especially those situations or people who, when you showed them the real you, you got to see who they really were. Or, you know, because they still may be. Let's see what the crowded thoughts are. What's the goal here? What is the goal? What is the goal? Looking at journey and angel of strength, the goal, Seven of Pentacles. That absolutely divine order, divine timing. Okay, slow and steady. Slow and steady. There's a lot of Saturn energy here. So again, a lot of you are coming to this space of making a decision, or have made a decision, or need to make a decision, so that we can now start to see the fruits of your labor. Because in the immediate future, let's see. Ooh. Oh, those almost fell out. Spirit got something to say, huh? Immediate future, look at that. You got the Page of Wands and the Seven of Wands. Wow. Look at this Seven of Wands, though. There's only one wand that's actually able to get to you. And that's the wand of the Page of Wands. That's the one of the wisdom that you've gained from going through the fire, the process of purification to walk you to the door. The Spirit that actually gave you the... Because that angel of strength ain't playing with you. Angel of strength is not playing with you. And being centered within yourself. Meditating. This is what you'll be doing in the immediate future, because you have this newfound idea. And nothing is going to stop it, because you know who you are. And you're showing the world the real you. Okay? Even if it is small steps, you're taking a step moving forward. Not backwards. Or sideways. Let's see what the advice is for you. The advice is... Ten of Wands. Get away from it. Got that bull there. Wow. Taurus energy. Walk away from the things that no longer serve you, because you now know who you are from the lessons you've had. Let's see what's in your environment. There you go. There you go. The Chariot. Victory and success, and quick movement too. This is beautiful, y'all. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. It definitely takes some strength to embark on this journey and allow Spirit to guide you. And when Spirit guides you, it's basically you allowing yourself to take it step by step without knowing the full picture. You're focused on the bigger picture, but you don't know exactly what that is. So you're focused on something, but that focus is coming from a space of believing and knowing and believing. You're able to balance it. It's a perfect balance, as you know, in Buddha enlightenment, in terms of a balance between the fool and the wise one. The fool takes a leap of faith. The wise one has the wisdom from applied knowledge, from those small steps that they have been taking. Let's see what you're hoping for. Let's see what you're hoping for. You got two cards. The Wheel of Fortune and Temperance. Patience for this to change for you in your greatest favor. Okay? Double Sag energy with Jupiter here, as we do have Jupiter in Aquarius as well. So again, what you're hoping for, listen, show yourself who you really are. Look at things from a higher perspective, because it's yours. If you believe and know that it is, then it is. But if you have any doubts within you, then and only then are you going to encounter more struggle. And it's only going to be a struggle because you're not seeing things from the space of everything happens for a reason. You know, not attaching yourself, but connecting yourself to situations so that way you're able to see things from a higher perspective. What is the outcome? What is the outcome here? The outcome is the Moon. Wow. Something is being revealed. Full moon in Leo. And we got two wolves there howling at the moon. Similar to the ones it's a lot of balance going on of the yin and yang, as you can see. A lot of it has to do with your emotions. What are you feeling? Do you know what you're feeling? Is your mind able to process what you're feeling, or are you creating an illusion based off of fear? Yeah. Tell me more about the moon as the outcome. Tell me more about the moon. The Four of Swords. Wow. Whatever has been revealed to you, you've allowed yourself to balance everything, and now you're able to take a step forward. Let me get one more card. Let's see what's at the bottom, though. Five of Pentacles. No longer feeling left out in the cold. Or realizing that all these things that used to make you feel like you were left out in the cold were self-inflicted. Because if you're focusing on the things that you do not have, you're going to put yourself in that space to worry. Okay? Now, one more card for the outcome, Spirit guides. Thank you. The Six of Pentacles came out in reverse. So this has a lot to do with showing people who you truly are. For some of you, this is actually bringing you closer to your family because of, you realizing that people around you didn't have your best interests, or whomever you consider to be family. You know what I mean? We do have the sacral and the root chakra as the focal point of that image. And the basis of the situation had a lot to do with the Queen of Pentacles, who's holding a orange pentacle, which has a lot to do with what you want. Once you were able to step away from things that no longer served you, it allowed you to see clearer, one, who you truly are, what you really want. Giving yourself that opportunity, that chance to walk through that door to spirit and really see what gifts you truly have. The teacher, the healer, the psychic. I don't know if you heard that, but hey. At the bottom of the deck, look at that. Look at that. The Ace of Wands. Enlightenment. The rebirth. Can't make this up, baby. And then the Two of Cups is at the top of the deck. Y'all. This is beautiful. This is so beautiful. Let me give you some mermaid and dolphins to close off your reading. Okay. 43:13 on the timer. Didn't know it's gonna be that long. Yeah. I'll give you some love cards after this one as well. Let's see. Mermaids and dolphins, what is your message for the collective? And I hope you're all well. Let's see. What do you have? Friendship. All right. That's that 11th house energy. Make a date for play day with one or more friends. Of course, with what's going on today, be mindful. But don't fear. Stay alert. Don't worry. Two different things. Let's see what else there, guys. Ooh, two. We have waves of prosperity and time to move on. There it is. That Chariot is pulling you through. Okay? It's taking you out of that position. There goes, mind you, the two cards that were in reverse for the moon is 46, which is the thinking man. So showing yourself who you truly are, really embarking on this spiritual journey, tapping into your spiritual gifts, because it's going to lead you to waves of prosperity. I don't think you want to miss that. New abundance and exciting opportunities wash over you now. And the final card is time to move on. It's time to let go of the old and worn out so that way the new can come in. 4, 4, 4, 4. That is your reading, y'all. I love y'all. Follow me on IG. Ciao. So I totally forgot to give y'all some love cards, but let's get some of those in Nina, because I don't want to leave y'all hanging. Don't want to leave y'all hanging. Let's see. here is the romance angels for you, based on that Ace of Wands and Two of Cups. What is this? Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations, because you're showing the world the real you, so now you're attracting a different tribe. So, let's see. What else? Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Showing the world the real you. It aligns with what's going on above you, as above, so below. When the stars align, hey, wishes come true. But you have to be in alignment. You have to surrender what no longer serves you, because to be in alignment means to surrender and trust in the unknown. Not being afraid because you don't know everything. Know what you know and go with that. Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Okay. Being honest with yourself allows you to be honest with others. Attraction. There's a high level of attraction in this union here, or whomever it is that you're connecting to, based off of the lessons you've learned from the last reading that we just went over. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. At the top of the deck, you have this could be the one. Of course. You know, you're real with yourself. Hey, you want to attract realness all over you, baby. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Now that will be the reading.